Good morning and welcome to the session. First and the foremost thing is iconic cat. On the right hand side, you find the uh, people who got a score of 99 percentile, and on the left hand side, uh, the mentors who are responsible. In case of iconic cat, you get the test analysis, reports, other management and test preparation, and all the benefits of plus are included. Okay. Moving on, these are the new batches that are coming up. So first and the foremost thing is uh, ultimate weekend batch for CAT 2021. It is going to be done by Rahul Anand, Abhilasha Swaroop, Ajinkya Chopde. And second is 2nd June, that is day after tomorrow. An exclusive weekday evening batch is starting for CAT 2021. For that, there will be Mr. Lokesh Rahul, Bharat Gupta, and Himanshu Das. With experts, one for CAT 2021, Amit Surana, Ronak Shah, and Abhilasha Swaroop. So these are the people of national repute, so don't miss it. India's biggest weekly scholarship test for CAT aspirants enroll for free, win scholarship from a pool of 55 lakhs, take it live from Android. It's CAT Combat. It happens on every Sunday at 12 noon. Uh, Use the same code IIM1970 in order to participate. Scan the code which you see on the left side to enroll. For round 1 to 3, you get 1 year of CAT plus subscription, rank 4 to 10, 75% of the scholarship. Then from 10 to 50, you'll get 50% of the scholarship. And 51 to 200, you get 25% of the scholarship. Ask the doubt feature. Uh, Click on the screen, take a picture of those from the gallery. You have both the option. Crop the image to highlight the specific question and select the correct subject to which the question belongs. Okay, then you get the detailed analysis. So these are the things which you should keep in mind. Let me repeat once again. First one is iconic CAT, where top B school graduates are going to support you with your preparation through mentoring. And they are from IIM Bangalore, IIM Ahmedabad, Calcutta, Bangalore. These are the reputed IIMs in the country. You get all the benefits of Plus in addition to the personal mentoring. Then these new batches, kindly note the dates. Then Unacademy Combat, India's biggest scholarship test. And finally, ask the doubt feature. Okay, so let's move further. A very hungry worm. We are starting with a question. A very hungry worm reaches tree and eats the following. Day one, worm eats one leaf. Day two, twice the number of leaves that it has had. Day three, twice of that. Day four, again twice of day three. So and so on. You need to tell me if it continues the same process on the 30th day. Worm finish exactly half the number of leaves. Now, how to approach this question? For example, when we start, let me look at it in a different way. Imagine there is a container. It has one bacteria on the first day. Number of bacteria double every day. One becomes two, two becomes four, four becomes eight, and so on. Like let us say if on the 10th day, if the bucket is full of bacteria, on the 10th day the bucket is full. If I ask you on what day it was quarter full or half full for that matter, 10th day the bucket is full of bacteria. This is the case, then see, for example, one thing is I can keep on calculating the number of bacteria, like 1, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512. So these are the number of bacteria on the first day, second day, third day, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. So on the 10th day, if the bucket is full of bacteria, that means on what day it was half full? It was not at the 5th day, but it was one day prior. One day prior, it was half full. And that's why it has become completely full on the 10th day. So here also, if I look at it, here also, when I consider, uh, it is full with the, it finishes eating 30 leaves. Or rather, up to 30 days, not 30 leaves, up to 30, on the 30th day, it will be full of what I can say. It is done with eating all the leaves on 30th day. So that means one day prior, it must be having half of the leaves, it must have eaten half of the total number of leaves. So if 30th, if it is completing, one day prior to that, that is on the 29th day, it must have had, you know, uh, half of the leaves. Are you clear with it? Able to understand? Yeah. Let's go for the next one. Any doubt in any of the steps? Anything that you want me to repeat? We'll go for the next one. Next. Now observe carefully. Uh, you know, First and the foremost thing, there are, read the question, two candles that two two candles of equal length but of different thickness. Thicker candle lasts for 6 hours while the thinner one lasts for 2 hours. Okay, uh, lesser than the thicker ones. Now, when this kind of a case is given, how to analyze? Now, the thicker one, if you pay close attention, it is 2 hours less than, it's not for 2 hours. So let us say there is a candle which burns in 6 hours. If it completely burns in 6 hours, and there's another candle which burns in 4 hours completely. So if it is burning in 6 hours, in 1 hour, it burns 1 by 6, and this one burns 1 by 4. So for the first hour, it will be 6 minus 1 by 6, which will be 5/6 of the candle is left. 5/6 of the candle is left. And here, 3/4 of the candle is left. Because 1/4 is what? In 1 hour, the first case, 1/6 of the candle is burnt. And here, 1/4. So similarly, in the next 1 hour, again 1/6 is burnt. So it will be 4/6 of the candle left. Candle is left. And here, 2/4 of the candle is left. Finally, if I proceed in the same way, next hour, 3/6 of the candle is left. And here, 1/4 of the candle is left. So it will be what? Half of the candle here, and there it is quarter. So if I compare both of them, at the end of 3 hours, one candle will be half of the other. Are we clear on this? Are you able to understand? Any doubt in understanding any of those steps? Anything that you want me to repeat? Yeah? Okay. Next one. Four people need to cross a rickety bridge at the night. Unfortunately, they have only one, uh, what I can say, torch. So there are four people who have to cross the bridge. So they will be moving from one side of the bridge to the other side of the bridge. Let me call them as A, who takes 1 minute. A is a person who takes 1 minute. B is a person who takes 2 minutes. C is a person who takes 7 minutes. One minute, 2 minutes, 7 minutes, and D is a person who takes 10 minutes. These are the four people who have to cross the bridge. So initially, A and B start crossing the bridge. Initially, A and B are crossing the bridge. When A and B are crossing the bridge, what is the time that they take? They will take 2 minutes. Why will they take 2 minutes? Because the time that we are considering is the time consumed by the person who travel, who needs most time. So A and B will reach on the other side. Now B will return. Then B will return back. A stays there because they need a charge. They need a torch for the other people. So A stays back and B returns, and B is taking 7 and B is taking 2 minutes. Now C and D will start heading towards the other. B comes and hands over the torch. So maximum time that is needed is 10 minutes. So C and D will reach here. After C and D reach here, A, who was there before, he will take the torch and he heads towards the other side. So he needs 1 minute. Once A is done with the traveling, there will be B already who is waiting, and both of them reach back to the other side, and it will take 2 minutes. So the total time taken will be 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 10, 14, 14 plus 10, or 14 plus 1, 15, 15 plus 2, 17. So the time taken is 17 minutes. The correct answer is 17 minutes. The common mistake that I have seen here is people end up adding the values like, 1 minute, 2 minute, 7 minute, and 10 minutes. And generally they mark the answer as 20 minutes. So it's not 20 minutes, it will be 17 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Going to the next one. A casino arranges a gambling game. Entry fee is set at $20. Each participant is given a starting capital of $20 and game consists of 4 rounds. In each round, there is a game master who roll a dice. Okay, game master is rolling the dice. Uh, so when a game master rolls the dice, you get different amounts. So if you get an even number, one is added to the capital. If it shows an odd number, then the capital is doubled. At the end, the player gets to keep the final amount, the final capital as his winning. So I know for the fact that they are going to start with $20. Right? They are going to start with $20. So when they start with $20 as the starting capital, what can happen in the first round? First round, they might get an even number, which will make the amount to become 21, or they might ending up getting an odd number, which will make the total become 40. So when the dice is rolled, you must have seen how the dice look like. It is how the dice look like. A cube with the numbers written on the top of it. All right. So whatever is the number that comes on the top will be the number that is taken for consideration. So the number can be either things like 2. So when you get an even number, you get $1 more. Okay. If you get an odd number on the top, your amount gets doubled. So every time you get an even number, you get $1. And when you get an odd number, the amount doubles. So this 21, what happens in the second round? You may end up getting an even again. So your amount becomes $22, whereas it may become an odd number where your 21 becomes 42. Or this odd number in the first round might lead to even number in the second round. So 40 becomes 41. Or it may become an odd number. So 40 will become 80. 22 will end up becoming 23 if in the third round I get even, or 22 will become 44, 42 will become 43, or 42 will become 84, 41 will become 42, or 41 will become 82, 80 can become 81 depending upon whether it's an even number, or 81 can become 160. So this 23 in the next case, if it's an even number again, so it will be 24. Or if it's an odd number, then 46. This 44 can become 45. Or this 44 can become 88. 43 can become 44. 43 can become 86. 84 can become 85. 84 can become 168. Similarly, 42 in the last round, if it's an even number, it becomes 43, or this 42 can become 84. 82 is going to be 83, or 82 is going to become 164. 81 becomes 82. Or if it's an odd number, it becomes 162. And 160 can become 161, or 160 can become 320, depending upon whether we are getting an even number or whether we are getting an odd number. Is this clear? So when I look at this set, highest a person can make is 320, and the lowest a person can make is 24. So all the other values will be in between these two, 24 and 320. So let's look at the question. After 4 rounds, what is the difference between the minimum and the maximum possible amount? So minimum possible amount after 4 rounds, it will be 20 becoming 21, 21 becoming 22, 22 becoming 23, 23 becoming 24. Whereas maximum 20 becomes 40, 40 becomes 80, 80 becomes 160, and 160 becomes 320. So what is the difference between the maximum amount and the minimum amount? The difference is 296. Next. What is the difference between the maximum possible amount at the end of second round to the minimum amount at the end of third round? Maximum amount at the end of second round will be 20 becoming 40 and 40 becoming 80. This is the maximum possible amount because after the first round, the number might have been an odd one. Second one is also an odd. So in case of this even, if it's an even, 20 becomes 21. Again an even, 22. Again an even, 23. So the difference between both of them will be 80 minus 23, which is equal to 57. Are we clear on this? Difference between the maximum possible amount at the end of second round to that of minimum possible amount at the end of third round. Okay, we will get the maximum when the uh, amount is getting doubled at every stage. That means you are getting a dice which shows an odd number, and you get the minimum amount when the dice keeps on showing the even number, and your amount gets increased by $1 each. So this is about uh, the set which focuses on you know uh, even and odd values and the value associated with it. Okay. So I hope we have understood all the sets and we have taken it from the fundamental level to the advanced level where we covered different difficulty levels of questions starting from the one which required thoroughness with respect to basics. So we started with these questions, cases where you need to apply the basics of mathematics. Then we went on to do different kind of questions. These are logical reasoning because they require one way of solution. I mean, there won't be multiple choice associated with each of the set. And the second one, they are known as analytical, where you will have to solve the set. So when you follow this procedure of solving the advanced level questions, okay, so you will be ending up with a case select, and in that case select, there will be multiple choice questions. Few of them asking you to, solve it with a table. In this case, I will repeat it again. I started with just a minute. Uh, you know, started with a small amount. Then we went on to, analyze it in the form of even and odd. 20 becoming, depending upon whether it's a even number, which comes on the top of the dice. This is a case when you have an even number, or sometimes you end up with a number which is an odd, something like 1. So whenever it's an odd, the amount doubles, amount straight away doubles. And whenever it is an even, it increases by 1. So thank you so much. It has been great interacting with you. Hope you are able to understand this set quite well. We have gone taking up two um, tables based on, two sets of questions. As I mentioned, one is logical and the other one is analytical. And both the things might have been helpful in you gaining the expertise. Thank you so much. And I'll be meeting you soon in terms of coming up with new slot. Bye bye.